You know, I had a really public breakup recently. It was a wake up call for me in the sense of like, okay, you're going to do this on your own and you're going to be fine.
Right.
And you're not going to worry about what anyone thinks and has to say, because the relationship was rocky for a very long time. So, because I don't believe another person can break anyone.
This whole situation between Taraji and Nia Long didn't just get messy, it straight up blew up into a storm nobody saw coming. What started as low-key whispers behind the scenes has turned into a headline-grabbing showdown that's got the whole internet talking. These two have been throwing side eyes for years, ever since their time together on Empire. And word on the street is, Nia's allegedly been dropping slick little comments about Taraji ever since. But hold up, Taraji didn't stay quiet this time. She came out swinging, and now people are saying she's been linked to inmate Udoka, and that's got jaws on the floor. Yeah, that Udoka, the same guy whose name was all over the blogs with Nia not too long ago, and not for anything good either. Can you even process that twist? The irony's wild, and knowing Nia, she doesn't play when it comes to public embarrassment. Word is, she's not taking these new Taraji and Udoka rumors lightly at all. People been whispering that she feels betrayed, maybe even blindsided by it all. But here's the question that's got everyone scratching their heads. How did Taraji even meet Udoka in the first place? And is she really out here stirring the pot or just caught in a storm that's been brewing behind the scenes for years? Let's rewind to where the sparks first started flying. Back when Nia joined Empire to play Juliana, Lucius's ex in season 3, fans completely lost it. Two powerhouse queens, both fierce, talented, and rocking serious style, sharing the same screen, that was pure TV magic. The hype was real, the tension was thick, and people were locked in every week just waiting to see how these two icons would clash next. But then, everything flipped. The vibe between Taraji and Nia started feeling off, like something heavy was hanging in the air. Fans caught on quick. Suddenly, those tight smiles and polite little interviews started looking real suspicious. You could almost feel the tension through the screen. And of course, the internet detectives jumped right in. Once the online crowd senses even a hint of drama, it's game on. People began digging up old clips, slowing down interviews, decoding every side eye and half smile like they were solving a full-blown Hollywood mystery. It didn't take long before the pieces started clicking together. Folks realized this wasn't just about acting or on-screen chemistry. There was some real behind-the-scenes heat bubbling up for a while. From that moment, things only got spicier. The tension between Taraji and Nia hit the public like a storm, and there was no turning back. What started as subtle shade turned into a straight-up spectacle that had everyone glued to their screens. The internet's been feasting on every update, every rumor, every clip, and it's safe to say this feud's become must-watch chaos.
All started over a joke.
Nia reportedly showed up to set late, and one of the male actors said to her,
"Why are you always on black people's time?" Which, you know, amongst the black peoples, is not that big of a deal.
And Nia went off on the dude, which made Taraji jump in and say to her,
"Why are you so mad? Are you on your period?"
Was betrayed. Enjoying the video so far? Smash that like button. But here's the question that's got everyone scratching their heads. How did Taraji? Then the whispers started flying fast. Suddenly, everyone was talking about how Nia Long was acting distant, cold, and tough to deal with on set. People claimed she had something to say about everything, from her hair and makeup to her wardrobe fittings and lighting setups. And get this, insiders were saying this wasn't just regular star behavior. Allegedly, she'd even halt production until things were done exactly her way. Makeup artists were seen leaving trailers looking exhausted, stylists were letting out heavy sighs, and a few crew members reportedly didn't even want to work with her again. The tension, you could feel it from a mile away. Now, not everyone was ready to throw shade. Some defended her, saying Nia's just a boss who knows her worth and refuses to compromise. They said she's all about excellence, not ego, but others painted a totally different picture, claiming she was calling the shots like she owned the whole production. They said if something didn't match her vision, she made sure everyone in the room felt her frustration. The mood on set turned icy real quick. Every scene, every take carried that thick, unspoken tension, like one wrong move could set off a whole explosion. It wasn't just work anymore, it was survival mode on set, and everyone knew it.
We open doors for brown girls to be exactly who we are, and that's beautifully complicated. And so it's been a blessing and a curse, because here's what I do know. Nia Long knows her light. Nia Long knows her makeup. Nia Long knows her hair. And you probably can't talk me into something else unless you show me. If you want to call that difficult, then sorry.
When that behind-the-scenes tea started spilling, it didn't just stir the pot. It boiled over and showed everyone just how bold and competitive Nia Long could really get, especially when she was surrounded by other powerhouse black actresses who were shining just as hard. People started to see that this wasn't just a little tension. It was turning into a full-on power battle. Nia had that "I'm the star" energy, walking in with her head high like the whole set belonged to her. But Taraji? Nah, she wasn't about to play backup to anybody. You could practically see the sparks flying the second they stepped into the same room. Then boom, the real shocker hit. Nia wasn't coming back for Empire's 4th season. That's when the whispers turned into a full-blown storm. Word spread fast that during her short time on the show, Nia was allegedly trying to shift the spotlight her way. Insiders claimed she kept pitching creative ideas to make her character pop more. Extra scenes, deeper emotional arcs, and dramatic moments meant to pull focus straight to her. If she had it her way, her character would have been going toe-to-toe with Taraji's fan favorite, Cookie Lyon, for center stage. Can you picture that kind of heat on set? Two queens silently battling for the crown. It was pure unspoken tension every single day. But the producers weren't born yesterday. They saw the storm clouds gathering before the thunder hit. They knew Empire was their gold mine, and they weren't about to let clashing egos mess with the formula that made fans tune in week after week. So, they shut that bigger role talk down real quick. Everyone knew Cookie Lyon was the face of the show, the fearless, stylish, take-no-prisoners matriarch that fans adored. The execs weren't taking any chances on drama that could derail the empire they'd built. And just like that, Nia's run on the show ended, leaving behind whispers, side eyes, and one unforgettable dose of on-set tension that nobody stopped talking about since. When Taraji caught wind of all that behind-the-scenes drama, oh, she did not take that lightly. The tension between her and Nia was already thick from how Nia had allegedly been treating some of the crew, and things went from bad to downright toxic. Word is, it got so messy that they started filming scenes separately just to keep the peace. Can you believe that? Two lead actresses in the same storyline, but the editors had to work double time just to make it look like they were in the same room. That's not just awkward, that's legendary level tension on set. So when Taraji heard the rumors that Nia might have been trying to inch her way into the spotlight, oh, she was heated. Insiders said Taraji felt blindsided, like she'd been stabbed in the back by someone she actually respected in the game. She wasn't just mad, she was disappointed and straight up hurt. Because once that professional trust gets cracked, there's no taping it back together. That bond shattered for good. The air around them was so icy, even the crew could feel it every time their names came up. And after Nia's exit, fans started noticing something major. Taraji and Nia were never seen together again. Not at an award show, not at a movie premiere, not even a friendly red carpet moment. It was like they made an unspoken deal. Stay in your lane and keep it pushing. The feud went silent for a while, but quiet doesn't mean over, because fate had a little twist waiting in the wings. Out of nowhere, Taraji's name started popping up next to Ime Udoka's. Yup, that Ime Udoka, Nia's ex-fiancé and the father of her son. For anyone who needs a quick refresher, Nia and Ime were together for over a decade. They started dating in 2010, got engaged in 2015, and looked like Hollywood's dream couple until it all came crashing down in 2022. Ime got exposed for allegedly having affairs with two married women who worked for the Boston Celtics while he was head coach. That scandal didn't just break their relationship, it broke the internet. It was messy, public, and heartbreaking to watch unfold. So picture the internet when Taraji's name suddenly got linked to him. Chaos. Fans couldn't believe it. They were saying it felt like the universe just spun the block and came right back around. The connection between Taraji and Ime instantly brought every ounce of old tension between her and Nia roaring back to life. What was once a quiet Hollywood feud suddenly exploded again, turning their long-standing rivalry into one of the most talked about dramas in the industry.
Nia Long, if she was with them for 13 years, right, and they still hadn't gotten married, but they were engaged, there was probably some underlying issues there. Maybe this was the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, and when you are a celebrity like that, being publicly humiliated, I think the stakes are a little bit higher. Just like she can't embarrass him publicly, he can't embarrass her. And when one of them breaks that promise, it is devastating. And
Nia was crushed when she found out Ime had cheated on her. That heartbreak didn't just sting, it shattered her whole world. And what made it even worse? Everybody found out at the same time she did. One minute, she's living her life, and the next, her most private pain is plastered all over the internet. Every headline, every gossip blog, every talk show was dissecting her heartbreak like it was entertainment. You could see it on her face, the sadness, the exhaustion, the humiliation. She wasn't just heartbroken, she was drained. The spotlight turned cruel real fast, and the non-stop commentary made an already painful situation almost unbearable. But here's the twist most people didn't see coming. Insiders say Nia was actually ready to forgive Ime. Yeah, she was hurt, but she wanted to deal with it privately, away from the cameras. She didn't want to turn her pain into a public show. She just wanted peace, time to heal, and a chance to protect her family from more chaos. Despite the betrayal, her heart was still open, and she was willing to try again for the sake of her home. But just when she was trying to pick up the pieces, the internet exploded with a brand new rumor. Ime had allegedly already moved on, and guess who his rumored new flame was? Taraji P. Henson. Like what? The same woman Nia had years of tension with suddenly getting tied to her ex? That hit hard. For Nia, that wasn't just betrayal anymore, it felt personal. Like Taraji wasn't just stepping over the line, she was stomping all over it in designer heels. After years of quiet side eyes and unspoken shade, this rumor reignited everything. Sources say Nia felt like Taraji had crossed into her territory, into her family, and who could blame her for feeling raw about it? The timing was a mess, the optics were wild, and their past history made it all look even messier. What could have been a moment for healing turned into another storm, and suddenly everyone was watching to see if this Hollywood tension was about to turn into something even bigger. But from Taraji's side, she wasn't losing a single minute of sleep over it. Sources close to her said she truly didn't believe she'd done anything wrong. In her eyes, Nia and Ime were finished, done, dusted, no ties left to untangle. Taraji wasn't about to put her happiness on hold just to keep an old rival comfortable. If kicking it with Ime made her smile again, then she was gonna do it, plain and simple. No guilt, no second guessing, no apologies. And let's be honest, after everything that allegedly went down back on Empire, some folks think Taraji finally stopped playing nice and decided to move exactly how she wanted to. This was her "I'm doing me" era, and she wasn't hiding it. But the internet? Oh, it blew up. Half the crowd said Taraji broke an unspoken code, while the other half said Nia needed to let the past go already. The comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Everyone had an opinion, everyone had insider info, and every new rumor kept the fire blazing. Fans were dissecting every post, every picture, every interview, trying to find hidden shade or secret messages between the two. One thing's for sure, Taraji and Nia's names are louder than ever right now. And judging by how this story keeps spinning, it doesn't look like the heat's dying down anytime soon. It's only getting hotter by the minute.